Yos!
Alright, what's going on, y'all? First off, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter, PSN, Twitch TV. All the links will be down in the description below, so make sure you check that out. Now, the Xbox One, I mean, it just cannot catch a break. Like I said, this is all entertainment to me. Whenever I see this shit, it's just funny to me. Like, all this fanboy wars, it's amusement. It's pure amusement. I find it funny as fuck. And, Kojima. Hideo Kojima, probably the greatest game developer in the world. You know, he's a master when it comes to games. He knows what he's doing, from the original Metal Gear on the MSX, whatever it was called, from Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS1, and then Metal Gear 2 and 3 and Peace Walker and Metal Gear 4 on the PS3, and he's just a genius. I mean, he is probably the best game designer in the world, without a shadow of a doubt, because every time he puts out a game, he changes gaming. I mean, he did it with the original Metal Gear. He did it with Metal Gear 1 on the PS1. That was a huge moment in gaming. You know, storytelling, graphics, gameplay. He blew it away. And then when he showed off Metal Gear Solid 2, the the tanker trailer, the tanker gameplay at E3, I mean, he blew away everything. And then Metal Gear Solid 3 and then Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3. And this game was released early in the PS3's life cycle, and look how amazing it was. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the early PS3 games didn't look that great if you really think about it, but when he came out with Metal Gear 4, I mean, that changed everything. Again, you know what I'm saying? He is probably the best game designer in the world. Yeah, he's just a master. And the Xbox One cannot catch a break, because he's literally come out and said the PS4 is the best console. He's come out and said the PS4 is the best console. He said between the home consoles available in the domestic market, the PS4 is the best. Xbox fanboys, what more do y'all need? What more do y'all need about to prove this shit? Everyone knows the facts, and y'all keep coming up with these damage controlling nonsense. Hideo Kojima himself has said it. What more do you want? What more do y'all want? Hideo Kojima himself says the PS4 is the best. And he goes on more. He talks more about the PS4. He goes on to say, he goes between the home consoles available in the domestic market, PS4 is the best. And he goes on to say it's also excellent for graphics, being able to render 1080p at 60 frames per second with room to spare. He's saying that the PS4 can do 1080p 60 frames per second, and it's still got room to spare. It's still got more power underneath the hood. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Because we all know Hideo Kojima, when he makes his games, he maximizes the console. He did it with the PS1. He did it with the PS2. He did it with the PS3. And now he's going to do it with the PS4. He, like, brings every little juice out of the console. That's what he does. He's brilliant at that. You know what I'm saying? He did it, like I said, with Metal Gear. If you ain't played Metal Gear 4, then Metal Gear Solid 4, yeah, I don't know what y'all are doing, but he's come out and said that PS4 can do 1080p 60 frames per second with room to spare. So that's why when you see these multi-plat games coming out 30 frames per second and maybe 1080p or 720p, them developers, and I can name a few, they don't max out the PS4, the PS3 or the PS4. Battlefield 3, Call of Duty, just to name a few, they don't max out the PS4 whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Well, Battlefield 4 does is a bit more intense than Call of Duty. I'm not trying to compare them, but there's no way Battlefield 4 maximizes the PS4's potential. No way. No way. And like I said, Hideo Kojima himself has come out and said it. The PS4 is the best home console on the market. And this article from IGN, I mean, this is how you know there's a lot of fanboyism going around. So this guy who wrote this article, IGN article, he goes on to say, it's worth noting that Kojima does not reference... Sorry, let me start again. The guy that wrote the article, right? The guy who was reported this article, he says, it's worth noting that Kojima does make reference to the console being the best of those available in the Japanese domestic market, thereby not comparing it to Microsoft's Xbox One, which is set to release in Japan sometime later this year. Mind blown. This guy, this fanboy, he says Kojima's comparing it to the home consoles available in the Japanese market at the moment. He's comparing it to the home consoles available to the Japanese market. That's what this reporter is saying, right? He's saying that Kojima's not comparing it to the Xbox One. Yeah, right. Because you know what? The PS4 hasn't even been released in Japan yet. So what's he comparing it to? Why is he even talking about the PS4 if it's not been released in Japan yet? That just shows you that there's a lot of fanboys out there. This guy who wrote this article, he's trying to damage control for Microsoft. He's trying to damage control. He's trying to sugarcoat things. But at the end of the day, Kojima said it himself. He said it himself that the PS4 is the best console. It's more powerful. It's going to have better games. It's going to have better graphics, better multiplats. You know, a lot of free online games. And the list goes on and on and on. But like I said, Hideo Kojima, the best game developer in the world, said it himself. So please, no more Titanfall this, Titanfall that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The PS4 can do 1080p, 60 frames per second with room to spare. So Microsoft fanboys, it's a wrap. I mean, it's been a wrap since the console. I mean, to be honest, it was a wrap even before the consoles were released. But this shit is just getting crazy now. I mean, like I said in my earlier video, it's like the Super Bowl. It's like fucking Seahawks versus the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not even a football fan. It's like Bayern Munich versus Port Vale. That's what it's like right now. That's what it's like. It's like, oh, actually, you know what? I'd say it's like Bayern Munich versus Manchester United. Because we all know Man United are fucking terrible right now. And they're playing the shitty ass football. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But, you know, at least Manchester United have a bit of class about them. Microsoft, on the other hand, they don't have no class. You know what? I'm going to say Microsoft are like Tottenham Hotspurs. Because they don't got no class, right? They ain't got no class. Whereas the PS4 is like Bayern Munich. Everything about them is just amazing. You know, everything about it. They're stylish. They got amazing players. I mean, the PS4 is unstoppable. It's unstoppable. It's a beast. So Xbox fanboys, you heard it from Hideo Kojima himself. The PS4 is the best home console in the market. Period. This is coming out from the best developer out there. And I'm just talking about Kojima in general, because we all know the best developers are Naughty Dog. That's a fact. But Hideo Kojima, as a single game designer, a single game developer, he's probably the best at what he does. He really is. So yeah, let me know what y'all think down below about this shit. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe for more. And I'm gonna have more Xbox One news, because like I said, this shit does not stop. It does not stop. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'm out.